Welcome back. I wanted to share an experience that I had today on Facebook dating under the friend matching section. I noticed that this person was mutual friends with one of my local buddies in the spiritual community, so I assumed they would understand what I was gonna say to them. So they were going on about something, and I said that we are all God, that I am God. And he went on to say, God is the all powerful. And I said, yes, the all powerful, all knowing, divine you, higher self, and stuff along those lines. And then he stated a concern with my mental health and listed it as an emergency if I'm being serious, if I literally mean that I am God, he is God, we are all God. That inspired today's video, and it also got me to look into some of my Neville Goddard lectures that I read in 2021, and also remembering the thoughts that I had at that time when I got into the law of assumption on a deeper level. So when I say that I am God and that you are God, what I mean is God is your own wonderful human imagination. And God, the creator, source, divinity, it's all within you. And it's in me, and it's in everybody. It's in nature. It's all around you, above, below, all around. So remember, we are all one. We are all connected, and we're all plugged into the same source energy, the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it. So to believe in an external God is to give your power away, and to say that you are separate from truth and the law. Again, I want to say this: to believe in an external God, to believe in something outside of you to give you the things that you want, the things that you desire, the things that you crave, that creates a separation from the truth and the law. Everything that befalls you, everything that happens to you, all of your experiences, all the events, encounters, it's all by your own making. It's your own creation, your own doing. It all comes from what you think and feel to be true and real in imagination, and it gets projected, pushed out into this 3D world of appearances. So basically, everything that you are presently experiencing was once imagined and created within you. And everything you continue to give life to focus on, to give energy to, it's all a continual creation. It's an ongoing emergent. And anything that you no longer give life to or energy will cease to exist. You can cut it off, stop focusing on it, let it go. Are you God, having the adventure of a lifetime? Or are you God, having the war or a battle of a lifetime? As Mr. 2020 has so wonderfully stated, you have the choice. It's your choice. It's not someone outside of you or something outside of you. It's all you. Every person, every circumstance, every single role assigned, it's all by your own doing. It's all built into your self-concept. What you believe to be true about you and others and this whole world, that's all your self-concept. How do you identify yourself in your inner and outer world? This is what you expect and how you experience things. A lot of what is built into your self-concept stems from childhood and adolescence. Maybe you experienced a lot of trauma, abuse, harm, which I'm not condoning. Various schools of thoughts state that you chose these experiences before you came here, and that also maybe it's your karma. I believe that the things that happen to you before age of maturation are not your fault. But, oops, 1 second. Sorry about that. How those experiences continue to impact you is all in your hands. You have the responsibility to revise and to use the tools that will help you become the best version of yourself. And if it's something you're not sure of, you don't know where to begin, maybe you feel stuck. This is something that I offer in my private coaching, and I'm accepting new clients. You can check out my link tree on YouTube. You'll see the links, and let's get in touch. The tools that helped me the most to truly heal my self-concept and level up was through my yoga practice. And yoga is not just physical postures, okay? People have a tendency of thinking that. Yoga is so much more. I use yoga for breath work, meditation, intention, movement, yin especially, staying in long-held postures and breathing and connecting and allowing myself to feel and to process, to acknowledge, to accept and forgive and let go of anything that has been built into me, into my self-concept that has harmed me, has hurt me, hindered my process of success, whatever it is. In those moments in my yin practice, I clear up so much. I revise, I prune the vine. I get rid of what's no longer needed, what's no longer useful. So other things that have helped me are Reiki. I love energy work. I bring that into my yoga practice too. Somatic movement, so like gentle, slow, and lazy movements, physical movements that help to release holding patterns in the body, to create new neural pathways, to reprogram my brain, to keep the body and mind and soul intertwined and connected, not separated. And mushrooms, not psychedelic, medicinal, adaptogenic mushrooms like reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane, turkey tail, and chaga. Those have been game changers for me. Neville Goddard's teachings and other great New Thought teachers like Dr. Joseph Murphy. Love his stuff. It helped me understand the subconscious mind more. And finally, subliminal audio messages, but from reputable and legit sources. That's really important, because what you're putting in there, what you're feeding your mind, you want to make sure it's useful, it's safe, and all that. So I want to touch on revision. Revision is forgiveness, and it brings essentially a state of 0 point, like a blank canvas, because memory is imagination. You can change anything from your past through this method. And I don't suggest reliving the event, but to rather change the way you see, feel, and remember your past. To no longer have that emotional charge or reaction to those past events. It doesn't necessarily erase the memory of what happened in that part of your brain, but it changes the way you experience it now. Like me sharing my story of having generalized anxiety, hypochondria, disease phobia, irritable bowel syndrome, PTSD, amongst other things. I can share those events, but I don't have that same emotional charge. And I share it to teach my experience, to maybe help other people to get started on this journey, to have hope as a progression that turns into faith as you become a conscious creator of your reality as God. So I was looking over one of Neville's lectures. He talks about the law and the promise, And he says stuff about the promise in this lecture. I don't really want to get too deep into it, but I'm going to share a little bit here. God is known by experience or not at all. I have experienced God. I can no more deny it than I can the humblest evidence of my senses. So I feel qualified to tell you how you are going to experience God. There is only God in the world. When you say, I am, that's God forever and ever. There is only one body, one spirit, one hope, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all.